Okay, guys, welcome back to the Crypto Wave. It's been a while, I know, and I apologize, as always. Life, as you know, always gets in the way. I did go on a vacation, so that was part of it. I went on a wonderful cruise. It was amazing. But in true fashion, I came back from that cruise and had to work my tail off. Had a couple overnights, and you guys usually know I do those videos on the overnights, but unfortunately, in this case, the overnights were just too busy. However, I have not forgotten. I got a couple of things kind of lined up that I want to talk about. First one here is Tryhards. It's an NFT game. I have a couple other projects I want to talk about also that I'm trying to get into. This one, the IDO, is coming. But let's kind of just scroll through it real quick. I'll try not to consume too much of your time. This is more just an FYI before it finally releases out. We can start right here. Let's just watch this trailer. And that way you guys kind of get a feel for it. And then we'll go into the tokenomics and that type of thing. So as you can see, obviously it's standard to other games and things. You're gonna know a lot of games that are played very similar to this. The interesting about this and what I'm gonna go into is anytime you take a traditional game format such as this, put it onto blockchain, throw some NFTs at it with some in-game currencies, you know I'm going to be a fan. Now, I will be honest with you, I came over to the site. There's a couple little clicks that aren't really working yet. It looks like they're still kind of in process of getting that rolling. I did join the Discord over here. I joined their Telegram as well. Very active, very, very friendly community. You can go into some of the things that they're going to be offering. Game overview. So NFTs, obviously. So players, weapons, those types of things are going to be NFTs. I believe they're going to be upgradable. They're going to have this crystal situation here, which if you want to dig more into it, the crystals in essence are ways of, in essence, from my understanding, you can kind of merge them together and upgrade them into different things, and you can boost up your heroes and things like that with it. There is going to be a marketplace, as you can see on the upper right here. It just says coming soon. That marketplace is likely, I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's probably going to be tradable NFTs and crystals and things like that. And then obviously they're going to have staking, and they have actually have two currencies for this particular game: the TRY token, and then I believe it was the HNR token. I'll go over that in just a moment, because obviously one of the big things we were about is the tokenomics. 4 factions: apes, robots, the undead, survivors. Clicking on them, if you come to the website, it does kind of tell you a little bit about each kind of character. I'll let you guys go through this on your own. That way we don't make this video too long. Tryhards.io is the website. And that way you can kind of decide what faction and thing that you want to join here. Within the factions, there's obviously already some characters and things that they've developed. There's a whole bunch of them listed here. Again, I'm not going to delve into this. This is all gameplay stuff, and everybody's going to have their own preference as to who and what type and all that kind of stuff is what they're going to use. Weapons as well. Obviously, you can click through these when you get to the website. The metaverse, or where the game is going to be played, that's where you start getting into these NF things. There's going to be normal, refined, unique, elite, super, and legendary. Those are obviously going to be scarcity. Usually when you're in these, anybody new to the space, once you start getting into those legendary, supers, elites, those are just scarcity. So typically it's going to be the more scarce, the more value, the higher up on this scale you go. And then you can get, it usually comes with more staking rewards or a higher value for trade, more, it all depends on what the gameplay wants to do with it. The goal obviously being getting up into these legendary and super levels. That way your person is not only scarce but also unique, and then thus worth more, since you're going to be owning these. Refining the crystals, obviously here's the crystals that we were talking about. I believe as you purchase them, you're going to be able to I believe there'll be NFTs. You take those NFTs, you can merge them together, in essence burning 2 NFTs to create another one. And then obviously this looks like it's going to be kind of on the same scale of normal up to legendary. So the same as with these characters and these factions and things like that. The higher you go, the more they're going to be valued. And these crystals, I believe, are going to be linked specifically to the weapons and characters and things like that. So this particular game is going to have farming and staking. Staking is where you're going to be able to place your items, whether it be crystals, players, whatever the case is. you can place them into a staking contract. Thus, you actually learn more of the in-game currency, as well as other loot boxes or items and things that they'll be providing to you. Farming, that is going to be a way that they can reward you for locking up liquidity. And that is, if you guys aren't familiar with liquidity, it's different than staking. Staking is typically a single token or a single NFT, whereas farming, it's usually linked to something. So you'll actually be pairing up perhaps your in-game currency, the TRY token, with USDT or something along those lines. Then you put that in there to provide liquidity within their marketplace, and you'll earn rewards that way. Skills, obviously, these are things that your character is going to be able to build up. And where are we at here? Oh, so this is just a preview of the marketplace that they're going to be doing. So again, you're going to be able to be switching up with playing different characters and selling and buying these particular characters in NFTs. Roadmap is where we start getting interesting. This is where I want to get into the tokenomics of it. So roadmap, we're currently Q3 2021. We're about Q4 now. I'm sorry. We're Q4 2021. IDO launch is coming. NFT drop. Marketplace is on the way, crafting crystals. So they're really getting into the nit and gritty here. As you see before, it was all build up for this entire year. Based on that YouTube video, that trailer video, they're obviously seems like they're on point and they're on key. Q1 is when the alpha game releases, world map, and then obviously that's when you're going to start being able to do battles and things like that. So I'm really, really excited. The other thing I thought was really interesting as I was scrolling through, it's actually going to be on Binance and Solana. Anybody who knows Solana, I feel like that's going to be a big chain, and there's going to be a lot of these NFT type games that are coming out onto these onto Solana. Not only because, to be honest with you, I've already interacted with Solana quite a bit. I have a Solana wallet. It's super fast. It's very cheap, like Binance. Not very glitchy by any means. It's actually very, very smooth. And there's a lot of big name games that are coming out on that that I think is going to put a lot of eyes on onto Solana. So you can go through the team. I'm not going to go through it. I won't bore you with it. But anytime the team puts their name and experience and photos out here, that's obviously a good thing. And they actually have a huge team that they've put together here. But the other thing I thought was really, really good as I come down here is you're going to start noticing these sponsors and things, or these partnerships. You're going to start noticing some consistent partnerships that you want to see, such as DuckDAO. Definitely want to see DuckDAO on a lot of these things. Seedify always does very, very well. Network, if people aren't familiar with, actually, this is a whole nother network metaverse that's coming out. So the fact that they're allianced, it's interesting to see this because they have their own metaverse. So I'm curious as this plays out. Network has been making a lot of alliances, so it's making me wonder if sometime going forward, perhaps these characters from these types of games, you're actually going to be able to go into the network ecosystem and use them as your avatar, which would be really, really cool. That's just speculation, obviously, but trying to connect the dots. So now, more importantly, let's get over here to the tokenomics. So as we said, there is going to be some staking available. You create staking that puts your fanatics or their characters and weapons to work. The NFTs, which are the weapons and characters, you place them into a staking contract. You actually earn the TRY token, which is the in-game currency. And obviously, and that's it. You leave it there, and you earn rewards doing that. You can also earn rewards by doing player versus player. You can earn rewards by doing the campaign, things of that nature. So this is going to be some of the staking there, which was very, very unique. And it does break down thresholds as well as crystals drops based on values and such. The other thing, these are the factions. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. The other one I want to talk about is the buyback mechanism. So 70% of all the profits from the marketplace are directed to the buyback and burn, which is going to be very, very key, because what I was worried about is down here, you have the HNR token, which is an ERC20 Matic token, has an unlimited token supply. So what is the HRN token? Here's the HRN token. To mint the HNR token, you complete missions, you participate in voting, you fight epic battles, you battle on Planet X, but this is an unlimited supply, which is always nerve-wracking. However, they have some really good burn mechanisms for that token. Anybody upgrading their NFTs, which we know people are going to be doing, any early withdrawal from those staking we talked about, composing the crystals. So as you bump those crystals and merge them together, that's going to burn it also. and decomposing crystals is going to burn it. They have some more slots down here. I don't think they did that mistake. There's obviously going to be more burning mechanisms and more minting mechanisms as they go forward. I apologize. Earlier I said the TRY token was the HNR. I put those backwards. I apologize. But the TRY token is the tokenomics. This is the token that's native to the currency for the tryhards metaverse. And this is the max supply of 200 million. And so obviously that's going to be the scarcity. And why is the TRY token important? Well, you get your yield farming that way. You also get to Pervance. This is basically going to be their DAO. So as you hold this, you're going to be able to be part of their decentralized organization, giving you voting power for the program and the game itself. So now the last thing we worry about, obviously here's the tokenomics. There's going to be 200 million of the the TRY. But what you want to know is how much are they trying to raise and how much are they going for? Because if you get a market cap out the gate that's just astronomically high, this isn't going to go well for the token. You know, when you get those meteoric rises, that is typically when the market cap is at an appropriate level that allows for trading, but also allows for growth. So their total raise, and these are the tokens here, and all the little seed rounds and such, up to the team and community drop, is they're raising 4,480,000. Now, the valuation of these tokens based on the price as they go is going to be increased, but this, without knowing the final number on that, I don't want to do the math on it. The fact that they're only raising the 4.8 means they're not doing a money grab here. They're not going for that astronomical number that they may not deliver on. I feel like that's a reasonable value, especially given that they've been working on this for a year. And then this valuation here, even if we were to combine this together, let's see, 8, that's 20, 34, 40, so 56, give or take, million here is well enough room to start going up. And that's where you want to worry about, because in order to double, 2x, if you get into this IDO, which I'm trying to, I'm going to try and get into this IDO, you don't want to, obviously these people before you, so the seed round, strategic round, private round, all got in at a cheaper price than you if you get into the IDO. So these ones are already in profit. They're likely going to scale off the top to try and get their initial investment back. But you don't want that price to go down to where these people are buying it, because now you're actually negative. And the way to do that is you don't want that market cap to be too high. You want it to be able to grow organically. And that's where we come down to this, the vesting schedule. The other thing you want to look for in these particular games is, what is the vesting schedule of the people that are getting in before you, whether you're the IDO, the private, the strategic, or the seed round. So in this particular case, the seed round, which as you know from up here is the cheapest, so they're getting it at 4 cents. However, on token generation event, the TGE, the seed, is only 5% they're going to get. Then it's daily vested 95% until Q3 of 2022. So in essence, a year of vesting. That allows it so you know that those people getting in are not going to be able to dump massive amounts onto you. Same thing with strategic, only 10%. At token generation event, and then daily vesting the 90% till Q3. Private sale 10%, daily vesting till Q2. And then the IDO, if you get in, you actually get 33% of your token. And then your vesting, it looks like it's in essence a couple of months into the end of Q4 2021. So that IDO, they're gonna have their full release before the strategic, private, and seed rounds come through. So in my opinion, that is actually really, really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention the team actually is vested 100% until Q4 of next year. So a year from now is when they'll actually be able to start not manipulating, wrong word. They'll be able to start using those tokens for the team themselves. All of this is, in my book, very, 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 very good. And this is actually a good sign for this particular game. So, as with anything else, you never know how this is going to play out. If it looks good, I think it does. I think utilizing the NFTs is going to be huge. I think you're actually going to see a lot more traditional gaming starting to go the NFT route, simply because you as a player who put in your work into a game want to own the assets that you earn. So any of these that are coming out on Solana, Binance Chain, and even Ethereum, that are these type of games with NFTs, upgrades, and those types of things, count me in. That's just my opinion. So I am not part of this team. I don't have any investment out at the moment. I will try to get into it, but let me know what you guys think. I got a couple more that are going to be coming down the pipeline. Hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I tried to speak quickly and wrap up soon. But yeah, hope all is well. Sorry for the delay on the video, but give it a like and a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let's keep looking at these games. I'm excited.